Tuesday Tips. Mary is here tonight from the National Alliance for Mental Illness Sauk area. Thank you so much for being here for Tuesday Tips. Okay, so we're continuing our conversation about Suicide Prevention Month. Let me know, what this month means for you guys at NAMI.
So we are dedicated to education, support, advocacy for people with mental illness and their families. So this is a really important month for us to get the word out about suicide prevention because it is preventable. And we want to educate people on how to do that. So we've really educated and put out to the schools, providing information to the community on how to really prevent that.
Right, like of course it's very important to talk to those who are in the warning area for, maybe somebody who's thinking about committing suicide, but talking to all of the other people around is huge too, and it kind of seems like that's almost where the focus is right now this month for you guys.
Yeah, so we definitely want to educate people. Like I said, it's preventable. So if you understand resources like the 988 Lifeline, the warning signs, and you're checking on your people, really ask them if they are okay and have that serious conversation, normalize those conversations, you can prevent suicide. So we really want to educate people on those resources and those warning signs so that they really know what they need to do.
Sure. So tell us some of the warning signs.
So warning signs can include giving away possessions, even just straight up calling to say goodbye, but also reckless behavior, isolating yourself from your friends and family, increased use of drugs and alcohol, just acting as though you really don't care.
Sure.
And there's a lot of them, but you'll be able to tell if you really know that person. You'll be able to tell if they're acting differently. But like I said, just have that conversation with them.
Yeah. And so what are some of the other tips that you have for people who are like, what do I do? What do I say to these people?
So ask them if they're okay, if they're open to talking to you. We find that a lot of times people go to even strangers, but peers, before they'll go to family members. It's a hard conversation to have. And so if you're prepared to have someone come to you, 988 is such a good resource to use, not only for people who are struggling, but also their loved ones.
Okay.
If you're at all concerned, call 988. They'll give you the resources and give you what you need to be able to help. They are a 24/7 resource. You just dial 988. You can also text or chat online at 988lifeline.org, and they'll just give you the help that you need. If they feel like the situation is dire for them to have someone in person, they'll dispatch who they need to, but they won't know where you are unless you provide that information. So it is confidential, but they are trained counselors in crisis situations. So they are very vital to this situation.
So that is what we need everyone to learn is 988. I know this was a big movement and it got passed a couple years ago.
And so there was a hotline prior to that, but July of 2022 is when 988 was created, and it is actually the scary number. What we're trying to push is that only about 40% Americans know what 988 is, and that resource is available. So this month, SAMHSA, which is a Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, so federal, actually pushed for 988 Day, which was September 8th, to push that initiative to say, we really want the Americans to know what this resource is.
All right, so 988 is the number to remember, and you can get more information from NAMI Sauk area on their website, on their Facebook page. Mary, thank you so much for sharing all of this with us. We'll be right back with another GDS Weekly Teacher Check-In. Hannah is popping in from Forreston Junior and Senior High School in just a minute. Don't go anywhere.